Yo, what is up, fam? It's your boy Legend, and I am back with another video. You already know what this is just by looking at the thumbnail. What if Naruto and Sasuke was sent to the Highschool DxD Universe? Season 1 ending. Yes, guys, another great what if is coming to an end. I do not want you guys to be mad. Like I always say, there will be more what ifs that will come in and take these what ifs that ended places. Now, as you guys know, I just got out the hospital today and I still have pain meds in my system because they sent me home with some. Like goal for this video was going to be 5 likes as per usual. And yeah, 5 likes is the like goal. Subscribe while you're at it. But without further ado, let's just get into this intro so we can start the end of this season of What If. Let's get it. The ballroom trembled, not from an attack, not from magic, but from pressure. The sheer spiritual weight of two chakra-forged techniques, Rasengan and Chidori, surged to life at Naruto and Sasuke's palms. The guests tensed. Some weaker devils stumbled, their knees buckling from the intensity. And then Sasuke moved. In a blink, the crimson-haired Mao placed himself between Riser and his younger sister, Ravel, arms casually behind his back as though stepping in front of an incoming storm was merely polite etiquette. The aura from Naruto and Sasuke didn't falter, not immediately, but the tension in their shoulders shifted. Naruto and Sasuke stared at Riser with eyes that could have belonged to demons or God ancient, cold and unflinching. But they lowered their hands in unison, allowing the chakra gathered in their palms to fade like mist. You're safe, for now, their unspoken glare said. They turned without a word and stepped off the stage, every motion deliberate, like walking away from an unfinished battlefield. The crowd murmured, but none dared speak aloud. Naruto found Rainier by the edge of the dance floor. She was already standing, as if waiting for him. He reached for her hand without a word, intertwining their fingers. His grip was tight, not possessive, but grounding. Her expression softened. He was hers, and this moment told the room that she was his. Sasuke took his place beside Kawiner and Tsubaki. Without hesitation, he stepped close to Kawiner, despite her black heels giving her a slight height advantage. He lifted his chin with confidence and reached for her face with his one arm. His fingers touched her chin, and he guided her down, brushing his lips over hers. The kiss wasn't gentle. It wasn't shy. It was a declaration, bold, territorial, unapologetic. Kawiner stumbled slightly from the sudden pressure of it, her eyes wide as Sasuke's tongue slid past her lips. For a moment, her mind went blank. When he finally pulled back, her face was flushed and breath shallow. Before she could gather herself, Sasuke turned. Tsubaki barely had time to react before his hand reached her chin, tilting it upward. His lips captured hers in the same confident, claiming way. This time, her eyes fluttered shut, as a sigh escaped her nose. It was more than a kiss. It was a statement. Disrespect them, and you disrespect me. Sasuke chuckled softly to himself, shaking his head, as he turned toward the ballroom entrance, still wrecked from earlier. His crimson gaze settled on the boy standing in the ruins. Issei Hyodo, the Red Dragon Emperor. You, boy, Surzex called, voice calm but clear. What is it that you want? Issei stepped forward with arrogance in every breath. There was no bow, there was no title, no respect in his tone when he replied. Me? I want something that was stolen from me, and I don't care what I have to do to get her back. Surzex raised an amused brow, lips twitching into a small smile. So that's it, he thought. He amused the boy, thinking that he meant Rias, but Naruto and Reiner cut sharp glances toward Issei at the same moment. They both knew who he really meant. Reiner. Naruto's jaw tightened. His hand flexed around Reiner's fingers. If Issei had said one more word, Naruto might have broken him right there. Riser, meanwhile, stormed up beside Surzex. His tone was demanding, his composure cracking. Surzex-sama, with all due respect, what is the meaning of this? I already won the rating game fairly. Why does it seem like you're trying to derail the marriage? Surzex let out a soft laugh, mocking in its charm. Riser, he said smoothly, you misunderstand. You see, many who watched the game felt disappointed. They expected more from a phoenix. You may have won, but you didn't shine. So, I decided to give the people what they truly wanted. The devil lords in the crowd glanced at each other in confusion. Surzex clapped, and Graphia appeared beside him instantly, handing him a stack of sealed documents, votes, wagers, post-game opinions. He began passing them around. Nobody realized he'd been orchestrating this gathering from the start. Sona's eyes narrowed. Tsubaki's hand tensed. Even Rias, watching from the shadows of the room, could see the way her brother had manipulated every move. Surzex continued, voice slick with calculated flattery. The entertainment I had in mind was originally just a duel. One phoenix versus a god in human form. The words hit the ballroom like thunder. Naruto blinked. Sasuke smirked faintly. The devils murmured with disbelief and awe. God in human form? Only a few in the room truly grasped the weight of that title. Reiner, Kawaner, Tsubaki, and Sona among them. But now, Surzex said, smiling wide, we have additional contenders. I propose a new form of entertainment. A three-way match of Phoenix, the Red Dragon Emperor, and the Yellow God in human form. Naruto tilted his head, amused. Yellow God? Sounds tacky, but kinda cool. Sasuke gave a low chuckle. What am I then? Purple God? Surzex nodded, still grinning. Indeed, the yellow and the purple. What do you say, Naruto? Naruto looked towards Sasuke, then back to Surzex. Let us both fight. Let the devils see who they're dealing with. Surzex clapped once, and Graphia raised her hand. A silvery magic circle enveloped the four participants, Naruto, Sasuke, Riser, and Issei, and transported them to a sealed dimension. A vast battlefield formed a rocky terrain beneath a stormy violet sky. Floating platforms hovered in the air. The wind whipped hard. There were no spectators here. Only death awaited the unworthy. Surzek's voice echoed in the new dimension. Before the battle begins, state your requests. Riser stepped forward, flames licking across his shoulders. If I win, I marry Rias as planned. No interruptions, no renegotiations. Issei followed. If I win, I take back what's mine. Naruto's chakra stirred at those words. Sasuke stepped forward, calm and composed. If I win, I gain the same respect as you, Sir Zex. No more interference. No more using me or my name. No more dragging my girlfriends into things they don't deserve. Rias flinched in the viewing room. Sir Zex nodded. Done. And you, Naruto? Naruto looked at the sky, then down at his feet. I already have everything I need. Give my prize to someone else. Sir Zek's voice came through with a quiet amusement. Very well. Your reward will go to the bride as a wedding gift. Rias's eyes widened. She already knew. Sir Zex turned toward her. And what would you wish for, Rias, if Naruto wins? Tears glistened in her eyes as she answered. I want this marriage annulled. I want to choose who I love, who I marry. Naruto looked away, lips thinning. He didn't want to be the one to help her. Not like this. He turned to Sasuke. Yo, Naruto said. I don't care about winning. Let me beat Issei to a pulp. Then you do the same to Riser. After that, I'll forfeit. And you can take the win. Sasuke smirked, Sharingan spinning. Fine by me. Sir Zek's voice rang out. Begin. Riser's flames ignited to their full strength, wings stretching wide. Issei summoned his boosted gear, the red gauntlet gleaming with power. Boost! It cried. But Naruto and Sasuke didn't move at first. They stood side by side, opposite ends on the battlefield like twin storms about to devour everything between them. Naruto's aura exploded with golden light, the faint echo of Kurama's chakra merging with his own. The ground beneath him cracked and hissed. Sasuke's chakra surged with a cold, crackling electricity. His eye bled to his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto's voice was calm but dangerous. Issei, he said, this is your last warning. Walk away. Issei laughed. You think I'm afraid of you? Boost! Naruto's body flickered once and reappeared in front of Issei, mid-punch. The impact was instant. Issei flew back, bouncing off of the floating platforms and tumbling through the air like a rag doll. Naruto didn't chase. He waited. Issei stood, blood running from his nose. Boost! Naruto sighed, cracking his knuckles. I'm going to enjoy this. Sasuke turned toward Riser, eyes glowing. Lightning began to swirl around him like a storm born of vengeance. The match had begun, and gods had taken the stage. A deep echoing crack rang out through the battlefield as Sasuke's purple ribcage of chakra exploded into form, violet and ethereal. The skeletal frame of his Susanoo rose from the earth like a wrathful deity, its chakra humming with murderous intent. With the flick of Sasuke's eyes, a translucent arm erupted from the ribcage. It stretched outward like a serpent uncoiling, before snatching Riser Phoenix from mid-air and slamming him to the ground. The dirt fractured and cratered beneath his body with a boom that echoed across the entire field. Riser's eyes blazed with fury as he struggled against the crushing grip. Flames licked at his body as he tried to burn his way free, but the Susanoo held firm. Sasuke remained still, his cold gaze cutting into the pinned phoenix like twin blades. Calm down and save your energy. He said smoothly, his voice devoid of amusement. First, we watched Naruto beat Issei within an inch of his life. Then we fight. Riser growled like a cornered animal, but even he paused, because now all eyes turned back to the other side of the battlefield where Naruto hadn't moved an inch. He stood with casual stillness, the breeze playing through his spiky golden hair. His hands were in his pockets, his blue eyes calm and unreadable. He was standing exactly where he had started, as though time had paused for him alone. He was waiting. 10 seconds had passed. Then, finally, Issei Hyodo appeared, red gauntlet flashing with power. Issei sprinted across the ground with everything he had, drawing his fist back for a punch that he hoped and prayed would land clean. With the roar of exertion, he threw the punch with all the strength that he had. Clack! Naruto stopped it with one finger. The crowd gasped. Issei's eyes widened in disbelief. What? Before he could comprehend it, he unloaded a storm of punches, his gauntlet-covered fist crashing against Naruto in a frenzy. Each strike came faster than the last. With every swing, Issei was shouting boost, as the boosted gear increased his power over and over again. Yet, Naruto remained motionless. One finger. That was all he needed to block every single punch. He didn't dodge. He didn't flinch. He didn't even blink. The crowd fell silent, their eyes flicking between Sasuke's monstrous Susanoo and Naruto's unshakable form. There was no comparison anymore. This wasn't a fight. It was an execution waiting to happen. You can't even make me move from this spot, Naruto said calmly, looking down at Issei like a father scolding a child. Yet you think my girlfriend was actually yours at one point? His words cut deeper than any jutsu. I'm telling you, for the final time, Naruto continued, his tone suddenly darker. If you don't leave us alone, I may accidentally kill you. Issei's face twisted in frustration. Don't talk down to me, he roared, shouting, Boost! 3 more times. The boosted gear responded, the gauntlet glowing furiously as he threw himself at Naruto with everything he had. 15 boosts. His power should have been off the charts. His fist collided with Naruto's face, and not a damn thing happened. Naruto didn't stagger. He didn't grunt. His head barely tilted a millimeter before returning to center. Issei froze, his fist still pressed to Naruto's cheek. Naruto looked him dead in the eyes. Are you done now? A tremble passed through Issei's body. His confidence shattered like glass. He was face to face with something far beyond his understanding. Naruto's blue eyes held no hatred, no anger, just certainty. The certainty of someone who had faced gods, demons, and monsters, and hadn't lost once. Good, Naruto said, taking a step back. Now, let me show you something special. The air shifted. Flames of gold exploded from Naruto's body, enveloping him in a raging light. His hair turned brighter, his chakra cloak shimmering like the surface of the sun. Whisker marks darkened, his pupils slitted into the Kyuubi chakra mode. He was in KCM too, but it didn't stop there. More chakra bled from his body, flooding the battlefield in waves of divine power. The ground cracked, the wind screamed, and then it formed, towering above them all, with fur made of pure light and eyes burning with intelligence and rage. It was the full avatar of Kurama, the nine-tailed fox. Naruto stood in the center of the forehead, arms crossed. I warned you, His voice boomed through the field like thunder. But you chose not to listen. You chose to try and take what was mine time and time again. The sheer pressure of the beast's power smashed Issei into the dirt, forcing him flat on his back. He couldn't breathe, couldn't move. His heart hammered so fast that it hurt. Everyone, even devils like Serapha, Surzex, and Graphia, watched in stunned terror. The audience wasn't even in the same dimension, and they could still feel the overwhelming might of Naruto's chakra. The Kurama avatar opened his mouth, a dark violet sphere forming in its center. Tailed Beast Bomb! Naruto roared. Then everything went white. The force of the blast annihilated the battlefield's center, tearing a crater so deep and wide it seemed to pierce the world itself. Issei's consciousness faded before the blast even landed. The last thing he saw was Naruto's glowing silhouette, standing untouched in the eye of a golden storm. From the announcer's platform, Graphia Lucifuge finally raised her hand. Issei Hildo has been retired. Silence. On the other side, Riser suddenly found the grip on his body loosening. The Susanoo arm released him, letting him drop onto the cracked ground. He jumped back, eyes wide, as he looked up at Sasuke still standing still, his mismatched eyes glowing like stars. Oi, Phoenix, Sasuke called, a smirk tugging at his lips. It's our turn now. Riser tried to glare, to summon his fire and his pride, but he froze. Because in the depths of Sasuke's Rinnegan and Sharingan, he saw himself. He saw his body being dismembered, burning alive, bisected midair, his soul torn to shreds by illusions so vivid that they felt real. Each death lasted an eternity, and then another, and then another, and another. When he came back to reality, he couldn't breathe. His entire body shook, drenched in cold sweat. He wanted to yell, to scream some prideful declaration, but no sound came. Just fear. Pure, paralyzing fear. Sasuke began walking Riser down, his one arm swaying lazily by his side. You feel it, don't you? He said. You're probably wondering if I poisoned you. I didn't. That's just something you forgot you had returning to you. He stalked a few paces away. It's called fear. Sasuke's tone dropped. Your fame, your money, your little phoenix tricks, none of it matters because I can still kill you. Break your mind, erase your soul with a single look, with a single genjutsu. The Susanoo's hand twitched behind him, but Sasuke didn't summon the full form. He didn't need to. Don't worry, he added. I won't do any of that. Sasuke raised his hand, and a Chidori crackled into life, but black. Black flames coated it. A Mataratsu fused with lightning, creating a forbidden jutsu that radiated death. I'll just hurt you, Sasuke said, voice calm, for speaking ill of our girlfriends. And with that, he plunged the black Chidori into Riser's chest. The phoenix screamed as the cursed fire gnawed into him, refusing to let him regenerate. The crowd recoiled in horror. Even the strongest devils felt an icy spike of dread. And then, as the flames crept towards his heart, Riser gave up. He tapped out. He didn't want anymore. Sasuke pulled his hand back, letting the Amaterasu die out. He stood up straight, and Riser collapsed to the ground, sobbing in silence. The battlefield was quiet, utterly and completely quiet. The ballroom fell into a hush as Riser was pulled from the battlefield, his body smoldering, his pride shattered, and his once arrogant demeanor drowned in the haunting memory of Sasuke's Amaterasu charged Chidori. The screen above dimmed for only a moment, then flickered, resetting for what everyone thought would be the ultimate clash between Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha. But it never came. Instead, Naruto calmly raised his hand. I forfeit. Sasuke wins. Gasps rippled across the hall. The silence that followed was louder than any cheer that could have been. All eyes turned to Sasuke, who stood impassively with his hand in his pocket, Sharingan slowly fading away, as if this result had already been expected. A stunned Sirzex narrowed his eyes while murmurs swept across the crowd. A devil elder whispered to another, "Does this mean Sasuke now holds equal status to Sirzex Lucifer?" The answer was yes. As part of pre-approved clause in the match, Sasuke had demanded, should he win, that his authority be elevated to match the highest ranked devils, including Sirzex. Now, no one could just toss his name around lightly. No noble could disrespect him and expect to live unscathed. Sasuke Uchiha had officially become a power unto himself in the underworld. But as for Ria's Gremory, things were more complicated. Yes, she was free from her duty, free from her engagement with Riser, free from marrying him. But because Naruto did not win, her parents retained the right to place her into another arranged marriage. As long as she wasn't married first, engagements could be bypassed. Only a completed marriage would void their political ambitions. She got half of what she wanted. For the moment, she was content. On the other side of the grand ballroom, Naruto sat alone, his expression distant as he stared at the nearly empty bottles of whiskey in front of him. It wasn't all his drink. It wasn't his usual choice of drink. He usually avoided alcohol altogether. But now, he welcomed the burning in his throat. It was better than feeling the guilt. Why had he gone so far? He replayed the scene again and again in his head. Issei, arrogant and blinded by obsession, refusing to yield. Naruto was overcome with frustration, releasing Kurama's full avatar and hitting him with the tailed beast bomb at point blank range. It was overkill. He hadn't needed to do that. He chose to. Now he had to live with that. From across the ballroom, several pairs of eyes followed him. Kalwana, elegant and still as a statue, watched with a careful gaze. Tsubaki, with worry in her violet eyes, leaned toward Rainier. Rainier, in her signature white button-up and tight black pencil skirt marked with the Uzumaki clan symbol, tilted her head. "He never drinks," Tsubaki said quietly. "You should check on him." Rainier didn't hesitate. Her heels clicked across the marble floor as she made her way towards him. But as Naruto noticed her coming, he abruptly stood and turned away, disappearing into a dark corner of the ballroom with a bottle of whiskey in hand. Rainier followed and frowned. Rias, noticing the movement, decided to intervene first. Well, that was really something, Rias said as she approached him. Her tone was soft, not accusatory. Naruto just sighed and glanced at her. I. I'm sorry. She gently lifted a hand to shush him. Look, it's inconvenient that you killed my pawn. But after he found out Rainier was Yuma, Issei changed. He grew darker, obsessed with power, obsessed with you. I couldn't reach him anymore. Honestly, I give it a month. In a month, he would have gone rogue. She smiled faintly. The only bright side is I get my 8 pawns back tomorrow. Then she turned and left. Rainier arrived seconds later, just in time to see Naruto take a long swig from the bottle. She plucked it from his hand. Talk to me, please. Naruto turned away again, trying to flee, but she stopped him, stepping into his path, boxing him in. Her voice was gentler now. Tell me what's wrong. Talk to your queen. He avoided her gaze until she tilted his chin up, forcing him to look at her. That's when she saw it. Tears. Real, broken tears, sliding down the face of the man who had casually brushed aside God-level threats. Baby, what's wrong? Naruto's voice cracked. Aren't you scared of me? After what I did? She frowned. Scared? What? What are you talking about? I could feel it, Naruto said. When I used the Kurama Avatar and the Tailed Beast Bomb, I felt the fear. Everyone's. All of it. I couldn't even tell who it came from because it was everywhere. They all feared me. Rainier's heart clenched as she pieced it together. The guilt, the withdrawal, the whiskey. It wasn't just about Issei. It was about the aftermath, the consequences of unleashing godlike power in a room of mortals. No, baby, she whispered. Not me. Never me. And never Kawiner, or Sona, or Tsubaki, and especially not Sasuke. Naruto looked at her, vulnerable, broken. Rainier leaned in and rested her forehead against his. Remember what you told me? You're my Adam, right? And I'm your Eve. That means we share everything. Pain, power, guilt, all of it. And I will never be afraid of you. Then she kissed him. It wasn't soft or gentle. It was deep, passionate, possessive, tongue meeting tongue. Breath mingling, her body pressing against his, pinning him to the wall. When she finally broke away, her lips brushed against his ear. She whispered something that made Naruto shiver. Something erotic. Something primal. Without a word, he grabbed her hand. Across the ballroom, Kawiner and Tsubaki watched as golden chakra erupted from Naruto's body. He transformed into his 6-path sage mode, blinding and radiant. Gasps filled the room again. He picked up Rainier like a bride, her face resting against his chest, a smug smile on her lips. Then, without a warning, Naruto took off. He flew through the air, moving faster than lightning, cutting through dimensions. His power shattering the sound barrier multiple times as he carried the woman he loved out of the underworld, back home, where no one could disturb them. Meanwhile, in the shadows, in the shadow corner of the ballroom, a pair of eyes remained focused on the fading golden trail left in Naruto's wake. Eyes that narrowed with interest. Surzek's Lucifer stood silently, fingers steepled beneath his chin. "He's not done evolving," he muttered. Beside him, Serapha looked unusually solemn. "Neither is she." And far above the ballroom, beyond the clouds, something ancient stirred. Something watching. But guys, I'm going to end it off right there. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. That will do it for this season of What If Naruto and Sasuke was sent to the Highschool DxD Universe. So hit that like button. And remember, I will start uploading season 2 of this fanfic in approximately 2, maybe 3 weeks. So yeah, guys, there will be new series coming to replace the 2 fanfics that literally just ended. So just remain patient, guys. And without further ado, I am out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed, y'all.